Welcome to Warblog. Today it's a sort of bit of a celebration, not a big celebration, but a bit of one. Because if anyone's been watching for a while, they'll note that I built up a massive backlog of scenarios, and I've got one left, but this is from Turkey. It's a strange one. So I've done all of these now. So I've just finished the counter-attack. No, I think this one here. Just finished this one, which I'm going to do. But I'm just going to have a quick look because it went for pages. So did all these? You can see by the dates they're all sort of fairly similar. I can remember thinking at the time that I had a bit more than I could chew here, but 6 months later, 7 months later, I finally, well, about 6 months later, 5 or 6 months later, I finally finished. I've just got that one Turkish one to do, but I feel it's as good a point to celebrate as any. Not that I particularly celebrate, but you can see they're all of the same sort of colour. You know, still February. You know, there was a lot of news coming out then, and every sort of different report I just grabbed. And the road to Saraqib. See, this is the road to Saraqib. We're about to do the something else on Saraqib. You know, some of these names, they just come up again and again. A lot of Yemeni stuff. Maritime Newman. It's interesting, actually. So Saraqib counter-attack. I'm not going to play it all, but get a start on it. Yeah, let's just jump straight into play. I'm not going to make too much of a deal out of this. Let's use green. The front line goes a bit like this. Obviously, you can spot it. Look at that. Precision join. That was better. The main thrust sort of comes this way, and they take these places like this. So they take these places, but they also take eastern Saraqib, so they sort of take this bit as well. But they've got Hezbollah supporting them, so I've given them a nice big convoy of Hezbollah units. Just like a convoy as well, doesn't it, really? I did that deliberately, but not for the effect that it's produced there. I just wanted to organise them, have them in one place so that you could choose, as opposed to just spreading them around. Okay. No idea. We've got air power. Well, I'm going to get a drawing tool out because I need to do it to think. So we've got a sort of contact line there. I mean, there is a big open doorway. I mean, like, there's one unit there, but we could very possibly just squidge all the way up to that junction, like almost unopposed. And obviously we won't be able to do it, but I mean, if there were no zones of control, he could probably get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he wasn't there, he wasn't there, but he could definitely get there if all of these had gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we could possibly get there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get there. Well, obviously we've got to go through that, haven't we? So anyway, but that is a much heftier front with not a lot facing it. Here we've got some interesting fronts. I went back and added a bunch to that. That was me. Here it's going to be tough. Got that section there, I guess. That and that. This looks different. I deliberately stacked it up down here, but I'm not sure whether it's that apparent or, because this makes a big difference. But that's going for Saraqib, and down here it should be stacked up. But I'm going to focus, because I'm not going to play for long. I'm going to focus on this because it seems the most interesting. Sometimes I get a feeling that a criticism of the game, so to speak, is that it's a puzzle game. But I don't find that to be a problem, even if it's true or not. It's still a themed game. We've spotted a weakness in this front line, and I want to exploit it, and I'm going to do it, well, not perfectly, because I don't think I'm awake enough to do it perfectly. But it obviously comes down to sort of what you might call puzzle solving, figuring out the best way to actually do it. So obviously what I want to do, so it is a bit like that. You can say, well, what's the optimal way to get there in one turn? Can it be done? See, that's the question. It's not so much a question, but it's the sort of the perennial question for Warblog and for each game. You know, what can you do? So this is a given situation which will remain the same. So it's like a chess opening. You say, well, what can you do from this position? What are the key strategies? You know, can you do this in 3 turns or something like that? And you know, that's what I like about it. And it is a bit of a puzzle in the sense that you could see that, you know, as a detriment, you know, as opposed to sort of playing it more organically as you might feel it should be played. But I do feel organically this would be what it would do, but the technicalities of doing it, I think, fall into that realm that I also enjoy. So I spotted that, you know, that wasn't a puzzle thing. I just think that, you know, if you look at that, all the lines I drew, this is a good one, so I'm going for it. And but yeah, so the first thing to do is to get rid of that. So the thing to attack that with will be the back units that will never get to there. There's 2 tanks in there. I think they can only get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got to get rid of these 3 units. This anti-tank unit in particular. These artillery units are going to be a problem. This unit, now we can get rid of him with, say, some of these units, possibly. But we've got to pepper them up. So the question is, how do we do that realistically? So what I mean is, well, we've only got this air power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 2, 2, and 2. 2, 2, and 3. Water strength. There's not even any air defence in the area. No effect. It's not air defence, is it? It's anti-tank. Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so we've hit them. Nothing too exciting. 1.5 there, 1.7 there, 2.15 there. It's nothing really, but it's a start. We do have some artillery. We've got quite a lot. We've got 3 there. We've got possibly other things that might be able to just about hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know we've got 3 in there. So let's see how much it can actually bear on it. No, only 3. Well, might as well use it all on it. But we could split it. But I would actually like to just get this one out of the way. This is the central unit. Okay, so let's push them to 3 point something. Push them up to 3 point something again. Oh god, I can't believe that artillery was so bad. Well, that is it, 3.4. I want to save all those units for just driving up there. Which means I'm going to attack him probably with these 2 armoured units. Let's put them there so I can leverage them. DE. Probably didn't need that much, did I? Got him. So, the road is clear. .2 left. He can get to there. He can get to the crossroads. At least one of these units can get to the crossroads. Just checking he couldn't retreat into the crossroads if I get a DE or DR. 6 to 1, he retreats to there. And then this unit, I'm not sure that getting to the crossroads is quite what I want, but it it was the puzzle. But I've exploited it. It would be a natural objective. Right, so I still want to consider the rest of this line. There's a lot in there. It's mostly rockets though. So I'd like to push him back. We can deal with that in a bit. We'll come back to that. So he's going to, I think, go there because that completes that line. So we've got these units. If I go there, you will have to retreat to there, which is fine. It's only worth 2. 3 to 1. That'll be a 4 to 1. Okay, so we've got 4 units in there, so that's a 6 to 1. Huh. So we had 4 engineers. I don't know what happened there. It's got a bit of a depression now, so this might. I don't want to use them. I'm taking a risk here. Considering I've done so well, I shouldn't be. When it paid off. And he retreated, as predicted, into there. Which means, what have we got in there? Oh, some anti-tank, but he's been hit. Some engineers and some wounded irregulars. Let's bring this armoured unit up there to support that attack. Hopefully this should be enough for something. Oh! That wasn't good, because I wanted them to exploit with this. That wasn't good at all, which means I'm going to have to do my next attack. Push them out. I wasn't even going to describe how dubious that was. There isn't really much to push with. I'd be at 8. You'd be at. It's dug in. Some of the elements are. It's possible. They're actually quite tough in there. I'm going to try this. I can't think the odds through clearly, but I suspect I'll be okay. In exchange, we routed the rockets. So a couple of exchanges, but not too bad. And obviously we've now got that push. Bring him here, and we've got artillery, but I'm going to focus it on that. Zero. 0.25. 0.9. Let's push him there. I don't know what for, but bring him into this battle. Should take us up to about 4-1, possibly a 5-1 with surround. 6-1. DR. Now, of course, because the mechanised got bonuses in their own right, I believe. Six to 1 DE. Six to 1 DR. So putting a lot of pressure on this line. Can't see it holding any significant amount of time. But this is an entire sort of armoured battalion coming this way. car. Okay. Okay, DR. So that's all this section pretty much pushed. We do seem to have the edge on this stack. He can't get there, but he can. Ha, an exchange. There's a significant risk of a counterattack, but I don't think they've got it in them. I mean, it looks that way, but that's been hit. Fresh. Fresh. They're all fresh. He's got 3 depressions. 2, 3, and fresh. 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 So mostly fresh, really. It's all rockets. It's got 2 units. They might be able to attack that at 2 to 1. They can't really attack that. They can't attack that. That's vulnerable. That would mean moving quite a way out. I think they got scope for doing something back. Here. I'm not going to do anything. Here, I'm definitely not going to do anything. Look at that stack. I should really think about defending that unit. No, I messed up. I do take that as a serious position. So I'm going to support it, because I don't want any of these being targets. I mean, that's a target, but it should be okay. Here. To some extent, I want to open the space for the Hezbollah units to come through. Oh, yeah, down here, we've got artillery. Should be able to knock all of this stuff right out quite early, though, and take Saraqib. I think it should be better defended than that, really. Maybe I should put in some forts. But anyway, That's a double. That's a double. Let's put whatever artillery we can on this first. We don't want to fire with Hezbollah artillery just yet. These are the units that are far away. These are the ones that are next to it. What can that be? Oh no, they're touching adjacent hexes. It's not been too impressive, really. That's a bit better. So there's one from there, presumably two from there. We're going to definitely have to reinforce that stack, so let's get that one out of the way. Let's just go with what we've got here. No, let's do that in a bit. Pushed him back. If we could push that back, we can clear run through to Saraqib that way. But I wouldn't mind just attacking that because I've done so much damage to it. Okay. Interesting. Some rockets on their own. That is interesting. Just because it's getting late, I'm going to just go for this. I was just trying to think of how many times 4 7s, all I needed was 28. And he retreated into the town. That's what we can do here. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm feeling a bit tired actually. And I don't really want to start thinking about the intricacies of that too much. I think what I will have to do is up the defence here because I can't see them holding out. You know, we've got an exchange there. Next turn we'll be obliterating all these units. There's a question of how much damage the Turkish artillery can do, and that's why I put a lot of it in Saraqib, but there's just not enough. There aren't enough troops there. So I'm gonna increase the number a little, and I think I'll put some defences in there. But I'm gonna leave it at that as a game, because I'll go to sleep. I'll speak to you later. Cheerio.